Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to be here with you guys for our first workshop. Today with a very heavyweight guest, Flávio Medeiros, a very popular, talented music producer, and I'm sure we're gonna have a chance to learn a lot with him. People might ask, why music? A workshop has many different routes, right, people? And it's interesting that we learn different things, that we have a chance to practice our English, that we have a chance to learn something different. I am especially in love with music. Flávio can overhear me, but he knows because he recorded a song of mine in 2017, and this is something for me unbelievable, a pleasure, something that like writing a book. But anyways, guys, that's a chance for us to practice our English, to learn something new, and we are gonna try our best here to open the chat so everybody can chat and have a chance to ask questions to Flávio. But I'm sure we are gonna have a good time. It doesn't matter if you're going to do that for professional use or just for fun, right? Music is fun. Sometimes I record some videos without any kind of treatment for Facebook or Instagram, singing for my kids. Music is life. Music comes from the heart. Sometimes we don't do a good job, but it's very, very much from the heart. I'm sure Flávio will be able to give us a technical tone on this music. Flávio today lives in Europe, right? He's living in Portugal. He works from there, producing songs, music all over the world. This is an international situation in which English is very much necessary to do business, and I'm sure everybody who learns English to become proficient will surely have a chance to become proficient so that they can do business, make ends meet, whatever. I will bring Flávio now. Flávio is in the second room here with us, and I will bring Flávio with us in 1 second. Okie dokie. All right, Flávio, you are with us. How are you doing, buddy?
Very good. Thank you, Herman, for the invitation to be here and talk about my work, a little bit of my work.
That's it. That's very nice. We are very willing to learn with you. I'll be here watching every single move you make, right? Because I'm sure some of the tips, although we have a lot of time in our classes, right? Some tips that I sure do wrong, and I'll be able to fix it up, right? So guys, right after our opening song, you will start with Flávio. In 1 second, let's go. It's with you, Flávio.
Okay, guys, welcome to this workshop. We're gonna talk not only about music. Pretty much, we're gonna talk about recording at home. Now, on your home, how do you can record your voice? Maybe you're a narrator, a voice talent. Maybe you're a musician. Also, you wanna record your song. Maybe you are a songwriter. You just want to register your music on your computer and send to anybody. So I want to start on a very specific way. I prepare something very simple and very easy to understand what we're gonna talk about. But first of all, I want to make a small song for you guys. I want to show, even without specific information about what you're gonna see right now, but it's a good way to show what I can do with some specific equipment, a very short equipment, in a small part of time. So let me share my screen with you guys. So on this new screen, you guys can see a little screen at the top. You guys can see my hands here. This is a small keyboard, my computer keyboard, my mouse. You also can see here the software that I use to record what I'm gonna do right now. this software calls DAW, and we're gonna talk more about it. But right now, I just want to play for you guys. I'm gonna I'm gonna recreate a old song. So this is very nice, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna speaking while I'm playing and try to explain what I'm doing. So here I have those colorful tracks. Each track has one specific instrument. Those are not real. Those are like how can I say, a virtual instrument. So I have a piano, bass, drums, synth. Here I don't know what it is, but something else. But let's start with the piano. So you guys can see me play. You guys can hear me. Okay. So I'm gonna just record some few measures of this. This is my metronome. Okay, this is how I know what time I will record. So I'm gonna play just an old-fashioned song. So let's go. Okay, this is my first record, my first piece. So I just need two blocks. I can repeat it right here, and if I hit play, it's gonna play again whatever I already record. So let's listen to it. Repetition of it. It's very nice because I can open what I already record, and I can change a note, maybe a mistake. I can just move the note up and down on the scale. But let's talk about this later. Now I'm gonna record the drums. Here I have a full drums kit, snare drums, kick drums, hi-hat. So I'm gonna, first of all, gonna play the hi-hat just to have a rhythm with swing. Let's go. Okay, let's hear what I just did. Okay, this is just the hi-hat. Let's record now the drum kick and the snare. These two guys here, also some tones. Okay, let's try it. Okay, let's listen. Opa, there is a mistake here. I'm gonna cut this piece. I'm gonna start over just the beginning, the first intro. And let's see how it sounds now. Okay. And see, if I think this part here is better than the first one, I can just delete the first one and copy, and then I fill the blanks. Nice. Now I'm gonna record the bass. And I have a virtual bass here, sound. So just show you guys, this is the bass, the virtual bass. And then You can tweak. See, you can play with the mouse, but I'm using this keyboard here, and I'm gonna record the groove. Okay, guys, so here we have piano, just the piano, just the bass, and the drums. And here the whole thing without. Okay, this is just the start. I'm gonna stop sharing screen. So I just want to show you guys already noticed that in just a few minutes I can record pretty much 3 instruments on a virtual patch, like using virtual instruments or synthesizers. So how can you do things like this in your home? What do you need? So I'm gonna start to explain what kind of equipment you will need and how much it costs. I'm gonna give some suggestions about what brand, what is good, and how you deal with this and start this maybe hobby or maybe a new career without getting on some traps, because there is a lot of traps, especially for the beginners. There is many videos on YouTube, people talking about what you need to do music at home, and there is a lot of mistakes with that. So everybody says the first thing you need is to choose a computer. That's wrong. You don't need to buy the computer right away. Actually, first you need to understand what you need to record at home. What are you going to record? A guitar, acoustical guitar, maybe a keyboard, maybe you just want to sing or record your voice over, so that help you to understand what type of gear you're gonna need to buy to start a small studio, a home studio. And that's what I'm gonna teach you guys today. Herman, just want to let you know that I have no chat here. Still, with the chat is disabled for this live stream. So if you have chat over there and you want to send me any question, you guys can make questions right away. Don't wait until the end. If I'm talking about something interesting, just send me a message, and I'll be here to help you and try to explain whatever you guys need.
We have a technical issue, Flav. I'm trying to
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out, right?
No
Just
problem.
move ahead.
I will continue.
I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So guys, first thing you need to know is what kind of area you're gonna start your small studio at home. So, for example, of course, you're gonna need a microphone. You're gonna need an audio interface, a computer. You're gonna need something that you can control the computer, like a keyboard, or maybe another type of controller machine. Anyway, but how do you deal with those? There is many brands, many types. Some are cheap, some are very expensive. So the first thing, I'm gonna use examples to explain this. Okay, for let's start with like a keyboard player. Like if you are a DJ or if you are a music student, a beginner, and you have your own keyboard at home, you need to know if your keyboard can speak with your computer and what type of computer you have, to don't get on those traps. Let me just explain what kind of traps can happen. And this happened many times. Happened with me long time ago. For example, you see a video. If you see a video in your YouTube, someone's telling you like, go and buy the computer, buy a good one, such a thing. Then you said, oh, I would love to work with the software like this one I'm using, Logic. So tomorrow I go to the store, I'm gonna buy this computer to install Logic, and start to study how it works and go for it. Then you go to the store, you buy a very expensive PC, and you bring it home. And then you find out that that software logic does not run on PCs. It's only for Macintosh. So that's the first trap. You must know ahead if all the equipment you're gonna need are will connected and will work together, yeah, compatibly. So that's important to know to don't expend money unnecessary. So if you are a DJ or a keyboard player, you want to do things using the keyboard, okay? So I recommend you to choose the software first. And there is many brands on the market. So I have some images that I want to show you guys. And the first of all is, it calls, let me see here. I have this set up here. Herman, can you show an image for me, please?
Sure. Which one do you want to show?
Music Simple Start.
Let me prepare it for you.
Okay, I'm gonna open here for me too.
The one with the controller, 2 monitors, an interface,
Exactly.
a headphone. This
Yes,
one here.
that's it. This is the one. So, even if you just want to sing or play your acoustical guitar or even a keyboard, you need to know how things will work together. So, you have your main way to save your song, your audio, is the computer. This computer must be connected to another device called audio interface. And on this picture, you can see the audio interface is this little red box right here on the right hand of the computer. And can you see between the computer and this interface, there is 2 arrows on both sides. That means that the computer can send information to the interface, the audio interface, and the interface also can send information back to the computer. So it's a two-way of data going and coming. So what you're gonna connect on the interface? A microphone or an instrument, but not the MIDI controller, the keyboard on the left. So why you need that? Why the audio interface is important? The audio interface is your converter from an analog sound to digital sound. That it's gonna convert all you connect on it and send it to the computer. And why you need the speakers and the headphones? Because the computer must send back the sound so you can hear it by the headphones or the speakers. So the interface is also your main control of what you listen and your main control what you're recording. So it's a two-way sounds going and coming from and to you and for you also. And in the other hand, on the left hand side, you see the little keyboard, and also it has 2 arrows. So it receives and sends information to the computer. Why you need it? To perform, to control virtual stuff. So maybe you're not a keyboard player. I said, Flávio, I'm not a keyboard player. Why do I need a keyboard? The keyboard has not only the keys to perform as a musician, they also have many knobs and faders that you can control other, other controls inside of the computer. The computer is gonna give you the whole access to how to manipulate sound, how to control the sound, louder, lower, like more bright, high, mid, lows, and you can control, not only use the mouse, you can control it also using knobs on your computer. For example, if you don't want a keyboard, you can use another machine. For example, I have this keyboard here. It's a natural size. It's a normal size of keyboard, but I also have this little guy here that I use for trips. When I'm traveling, I'm use this guy. See,
Flávio,
it's very, yes.
1 second. I think everything's fine now with the chat. I already sent a message. Fred from Rio Grande do Sul sent a message. Everything is fine. Okay?
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't. I'm gonna reload here the YouTube, so maybe I can see the message. Oh, yes, I can see the chat now. Hello, guys. Okay, it worked fine. Okay, you guys can make any question anytime. Don't wait. Okay. So I was Herman. Can you show my image now instead this graphic? Actually, I want you to show another image, because this one is not the one that I was intent to show. The file calls music simple start. You have it?
The one with the desktop, 2 monitors, the headphones on the wall.
Not this black and white there is on the Facebook,
The one with the
YouTube,
numbers,
right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, it calls music simple start.
But you have I don't have the file by the
The
name.
name? You don't have the names?
No.
It's the one that have computer headphones, speakers, and a red little box.
I think I got it. There is a few seconds delay for you.
Yeah, that's why I don't see it here. But anyway, I was talking about this picture, and I will talk it again, just because the image is on the screen right now, Herman.
Yes,
So I can.
yes, it is.
Yes. So I was talking about some arrows. So oh no, it's not this one. It's not this
No?
one, Herman. No, it's like a draw. Let me. Can I share the screen so you can see what it is?
Sure.
I can share. Yes, I think it's even. So this is the one.
Yeah, better.
Okay. So I control the image here. I think it will be fast. Also,
Let me just
easy.
bring
Yeah.
you back.
So you guys can see here they have a computer in the middle, and you have a small keyboard controller on the left, and you have the audio interface on the right. And as you can see, there is double arrows between the audio interface and the computer, and also the MIDI controller and the computer. That's because both gears send and receive information from the computer. But on the other hand, you have the microphone only send sound to the interface, and you have only sound sending from the interface to the speakers and also to the headphones. That's why it's important to understand how you're gonna connect those gears, to sound good. And I can tell you, you can make professional stuff with this set. It's true. There are many people make money with this. Even if you don't care about make money with music, but you just want to have fun as a hobby, that's fine. But I can tell you, nowadays with this computer and some specific software, you can do whatever you can using high quality sounds. It's true. So I want to show you this image just to understand how you're gonna connect this thing together. You're gonna need a USB cable between the keyboard and the computer. You're gonna need another USB cable between the audio interface and the computer. And the other cables will be specific that I'm gonna show you right now. So this is a little guy, different from the other one that I have here down. See, it's a mini keys, just for traveling, okay? So how do you connect something like this into your computer? USB cables. You guys know this one. I'm gonna open just to show this. I know this, Flávio. Why you show me again? Just to be sure. So this is the type of cables you need to connect the MIDI interface to the computer. And by the way, MIDI means musical instrument digital interface. That's how instruments speak with the computers. On the other hand, I have here, I think you guys can see this little black box is my audio interface, and also uses the same cable, USB cable. Let me say this here. Let's go to the microphone. First, I'm setting up so you guys understand. I'm gonna need this, and this. So I have two types of microphones here. You guys can see. This is a hand microphone. We call dynamic microphone. This one, and this is a condenser microphone. This is better than this. This is expensive than this, but you must record on a very nice place with this one. On the other hand, gonna work against you. So I'm gonna explain how it works, but first, how it would be connected. Both use the same type of connections, and we call this XLR, this type of cables. It's important. See, it's not everything USB. This is professional and it is universal. So if you travel to Japan, you're gonna use these guys. If you travel to United States, you're gonna use the same guys because it's a how do you call? It's a patent, so it's standard for the microphones. And speaking with this, I wanna talk about what is the difference of quality. This guy here, you need to record like this. Even a voice or an instrument, it must be closer, because if you took this away, it lost quality, it lost a lot of clarity. This guy, on the other hand, you need to record about a hand of distance. And also you need something else, because this is very sensitive. You need what we call pop filter. This is a pop filter. I think you guys already saw this on movies or video clips. This is, you place this in front of the microphone and you record like this. So
I use one of those. It's very nice to prevent the air from blowing on the microphone.
Exactly.
And having that boom, boom, boom.
Yes, we have some explosive syllables, so that's prevent those explosions. So it filters the wind. If you blow, you cannot feel the wind going through this little guy here. It's very nice, and it's necessary. If you can try without, but we have to make it even far away from you. Maybe you will not get the same kind of sound with those. So I mean, recording with a distance from the mic. But if you can, I recommend this one, and it is for all purpose. You can record even a voice, a guitar, violin, even an acoustic piano. If you have the acoustic piano at home, you can record with this. This is more limited. Why you need this? Maybe you are recording on the street. You take your laptop to a place that is very noisy, and you want to speak without interference of other noise. So that's why reporters use this on the street and not that. Okay, this limit the area of the sound just like 30 centimeters from the capsule. Okay, have more stuff to tell about how do you set up this thing. I already talked about speakers, headphones, microphones, type of cables. Also, to connect headphones, you don't need any specific cables. You just need the cable who is already on the headphones, like this one. Those are very good ones, and you're gonna use the standard headphone cables. And to connect the interface to the speakers, to the monitors, you're gonna use the same LXR cable, professional. Some models request like a different one, like the RCR or maybe a TRS. What is that, Flávio? I don't know what TRS is. This is a TRS. They say, this is an instrument. This is my guitar or bass connector. No, it's not. As you can see, it has 3 parts: the tip, the ring, and the slip. The one that we use for guitars has only 2. Is this guy here. See? Only the tip and the slip. So this is specific to work with high quality, like balanced signal. I will not talk like so deep into technical stuff, but that's the meaning. And this is to work with instruments and no balance kind of connection. So some speakers or monitors will need a different type of cable, but it's not difficult to find. The most difficult to find and expensive maybe is the LXR. Okay, so I already know what kind of hardware I need, but what about the software? And that is the hard part to find out, because there is many types of softwares, and they called DAW. I will be back on the picture here. I will share my screen again, and I'm gonna bring some things different for you guys. First of all, I'm gonna show this pictures. This is a home studio. As you guys can see, has the monitor, speakers, a computer, a MIDI controller. It's very similar to the one that I have here, and this little red box that is the audio interface. It also has 2 pair of headphones, a microphone with the pop filter. See, this is the minimum you can have to have quality, like high quality recording at home, even with a low budget. So let's show another here. Let's see. Another picture, guys. This is another one. Just different labels of keyboard and interface and speakers, but it's pretty much the same thing. And this black box number 1 here is just the hard drive. Let's go back to this first image here. DAWs. That's what I want to talk about. DAWs. And then we start the fun thing. Those are DAWs, digital audio workstation. This is how they call DAW. So if you want to buy this, you have to request. I'm looking for a DAW, and they're gonna say, what do you want, or for what kind of computer, PC or Mac? That's the thing. See, this is the first trap, because if you choose the software, the DAW first, then you buy the computer after. And that is the good thing to do, because some DAWs request a specific memory, specific computer, specific like type of chipset from the computer, and that became tricky sometimes. So let's talk about those guys here. So I have Logic Pro, I have Reason, I have Pro Tools, Cubase, and just a few other brands like Ableton, Wendell, Sonar, Studio One, and this guy here on the end has no name, but it's Reaper. It's a free software and very powerful, very popular, because it's for free and has nice tutorials who help you how to understand and work with it. So what I recommend for you guys, if you guys has a Macintosh already, so buy Logic or something. Pretty much everything here gonna work on Macs. But if you have a PC, you must choose between Wendell, Ableton, Reaper, Cubase. Logic will not run on PCs. And the famous Pro Tools. Pro Tools is the standard on every studio you find, professional studio. But you can also have small, like light versions of Logic, of Pro Tools running in your home, and it's nice, but they are expensive, and maybe you'll be frustrated with that, because it's not very easy and friendly software to work with it, to deal with, because it has a lot of tools. They are not easy and not practical. So I prefer to recommend you guys something more musical, something to then make your work easy, especially who is a beginner. So Logic Pro is a nice option. Cubase, Reason also. Some people said, I like to produce at home like electronic music. So what kind of DAW? Maybe Reason's better, maybe Cubase, doesn't matter. Each one has the best quality. They are all the same. What gives you good or bad quality is the audio interface. There are audio interfaces that cost $9, and there are audio interfaces that cost more than $4,000. And what is the difference? The difference is the quality of converter and analog to digital. That's make the whole difference between the quality of sound, not the software itself. Okay, you have tools, different tools, but pretty much when we speak about audio, about sound, uh, you have the same kind of gear, virtual gear inside of everyone. So you're gonna find compressors, you're gonna find equalizers, you're gonna find like suppressors, noise reductions, and a lot of reverbs, delays, and a lot of stuffs. Uh, the only difference between one and another one is the shape, is the view, but the quality it will be pretty much the same. So let's talk about what will be a good choice for you guys instead when you start to talk about numbers, and it's a good thing to talk. Let me see if I have a question. Oh, I have. Okay. Flávio, you can use pop filter on a directional mic. Be careful, guys. Directional mic is not dynamic mic. I think you try to say dynamic mic. This is a dynamic mic. Let me bring my image back. This is a dynamic mic, not directional. Both are directional. There are how many directions that are captured in all around. And when you mean direction here, I think you're trying to say dynamic. So you say, can I use this with the pop filter? Where is my pop filter? Here. Like this? Yes, you can, and will be best. But the thing is, you must leave a space of at least 4 centimeters. Otherwise, it don't have effect. If you can see when you talk live, speak live with one of this, every time you say popcorn, pop, 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 this is gonna explode for sure. If you use this, it will not explode. But the thing is, why it's difficult to see this type of setup happens? Because when you bring this microphone away from your mouth, you lose like low end, and your voice is gonna get thicker and will change your voice. So only speaking very close, you're gonna have a nice voice with this. That's why this one are better. Okay, let me see another question. Why two headphones? I don't know. Yes, I know. The headphones, for example, if you are recording a singer and you also are playing a guitar, so it's a guitar and a voice, you cannot use the speakers because you're using a mic. So you need to turn off the speakers and put headphones for these two people. That's why you need two headphones. I already made records with 10 headphones. So 10 musicians playing together, and they cannot open speakers, so must be everything quiet and everybody hearing each one by headphones. If you put your headphones, you can hear the other musicians playing. But outside, because of the microphones, you cannot open the sound. It must be the natural sound as much as possible. Let me see another question. No new questions yet. So let me just take a sip of this. Okay, let's talk about numbers. I was talking about numbers. So I'm gonna share my screen again. Right here, I take this out and let me get another list that I made here. Let me see where they place it. List. Here, equipment list. So I'm gonna zoom this in so you guys can see. This is just a easy reference. It's not 100% like trustful. So guys, if you want a Macintosh, that's what I recommend. But if you already has a PC, go for some software that will work on your PC. You don't need to buy a new computer, especially if it's hobby. Okay, so if you guys are intent to buy a Macintosh, an Apple computer, you can find those guys on the budget between $1,500 and $3,000. All prices here are in dollars. Okay. Regarding the DAWs, Logic costs around 200, Ableton Live like 700, Fruit Loop Studios about 900, and believe Pro Tools is more than 1080, so maybe 1800. I mean, and nowadays Pro Tools, for example, if you wanna buy, it's a signature. You pay a month, or you have to buy it perpetual. That it's very expensive. So that's why maybe the cheapest one or the free one right now will be a best choice to you to start. And even Reaper is a very nice DAW and allows you to record many tracks, as much as your computer can handle. Okay, let's go here a little bit down. Headphones. That's where the part starts to get a little bit expensive, because you must hear properly what you're doing. It's like glasses. If you have bad glasses, you will not see right. So here's the same. If you don't have a good headphones, you're gonna hear bad and you're gonna perform bad, even speakers. Okay, so I recommend this Bayer Dynamic DT77 O Pro. It's the same that I have. It's great. I even mix and do post-production with it, and it's amazing. It's unbelievable, and you can stand with it on your ears for a long time without hurt you. Also, you have the Audio Technica, the M50X 150, and this little guy here is the Sennheiser HD 280 Pro. It's around $100. Let's go to the interface. The most popular right now, I'm talking 2021, is the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 third generation. Is this red guy here I'm talking about. It's about $170. That's not expensive at all for 2 channels. What you can do with this little guy, you can connect it 2 microphones or 2 instruments. You can have how can I say, the headphones output, and also you can have output for speakers. You have also this other option, native instrument complete audio 2. You have 2 inputs for 2 microphones, also 2 inputs for instruments, and you have 2 output for headphones, so you can connect 2. You can use a splitter cable. Yes, you can buy a splitter cables, and with only one output, you can connect 2 headphones. That will not damage your equipment at all. Okay, don't try to put 4 or 5 together. That will damage your equipment, not only 2. Okay, and this is a very nice, and I'm a big fan of this brand, Solid State Logic SSL 2 Plus. It's around $300, but it sounds amazing. It has a simulator of the big consoles from SSL, and it's really worth. And the difference of price here tells the quality of the converter from analog to digital, and also to digital, from digital to analog. Okay, microphones. Let's continue. 3 options here. Those are cheapest ones. The famous Audio Technica 2020, $120. The AKG C is 300, but it's my bad here. It's 3,000, not 300. 300 is the price of it. And this microphone is this one that I show you guys, have it right here, the condenser one. All these three are condensers, okay? And this green guy here is the MXL V67G. It's around $100, but it sounds incredible. I record a whole album, the voices of the whole album with this guy, and it sounds like a Neumann microphone that costs more than $1,000. It's unbelievable. You cannot tell, it's a Neumann. No, it's a MXL. I say, how? It's very cheap and high quality. The thing is, you cannot let this guy hit nothing or fall because it breaks right away. That's the problem. It's very the quality of the construction is very fragile. Pop filter around $15. Controllers. This red guy here is the same that I showed you guys a few minutes ago, 120. The other one that I already have, you guys saw me play on the beginning of this workshop, is this Sweet Sonic Easy Key 25. It's $55, just 50 bucks, $55 only. If you want more octaves, maybe you're gonna love this Audio Oxygen Pro 61 keys, $300. Nectar Impact LX 49 Plus also have sensitive and have like kind of a weight keys. Try to feels like a piano, but it's not. And has only 49 keys. Is 107. Okay, here is the problem. Here's the studio monitors, and those are expensive. If you want to really know what's going on your sound, you must hear properly, like the headphones. So I recommend these three pairs. The first one is my favorite, is a Genelec brand. This one is the model 8010 550, both. Believe me, I have some of this. It's unbelievable. You do not make mistakes with those type of monitors, and help you a lot. But it's very expensive. So the other options is the JBL 305P Mark II. I already had this one. It's nice, but it's not like precise like the Genelec. But that's why it costs both a pair like $250. And I have this Tannoy Revel 502. It's really nice, and it's corresponds to the price, $220 a pair. So you can find even better Genelecs, like each one, not a pair, costs like $1,000 or more. Depends of the size of a room. You cannot put big speakers inside of a small room. It give you problem. You're gonna generate a lot of weird frequencies on your room, and you're gonna start to fail on your mix. You're gonna start to make a lot of mistakes on your sound. So you have to choose the proper speaker to a room. These three pairs you can use on a regular bedroom in Brazil. I'm talking about, okay? It's a room with like 4 meters for 3 meters, and that's it. And those speakers will work nice. And we call this type of speakers near field. That means it's you can hear close to you. You cannot use far away, and also you don't have enough power to make a party or things like that. It's a specific use for studio monitors. So it's a precise equipment who help you to take decision if the sound is good, if it is more low or high end, or more reverb, or whatever. It help you to finish your work. Okay. Besides this, the last thing you need is a external hard disk, and I recommend the new one, SSD. You're gonna expand those solid state drives like around 180, but It's nice. I have something here to show you guys. That is a nice option. Let me just get my image back here. Can you guys see me? I think you guys can see. So this is cost like $10. What it is, it's an enclosure box. You can buy those SSD, put here, close, and you ready to go to connect on your laptop and use as your external drive. It's really nice, and you're gonna have high velocity recording, and you need high speed to record, because you sometimes, if when you start to record many tracks, the hard disk must read and record at the same time, so you must have a high speed of data. And let me see what if I'm missing something. No, I'm not missing, but I want to explain something important for you guys. There's many ways to start a music at home. Let me bring back the YouTube, maybe some questions here. But with those DAWs, you'll be able to record, for example, one instrument each time, like I did in the beginning. And even if it's your voice, imagine if you're a singer and you're a very good singer and you like to build those very complex arrangement for vocals, you can record one line, one track each time. So that's give you a very good option to practice even your arrangement. If you start to study music and make orchestrations, there is a lot of videos that I made on my YouTube channel. You can check. I'm using those DAWs, and I built in against soundtracks for movies. It's really nice. It's another way to know how this DAWs works even before you buy one, because after you buy it, you must study the DAW to take as much as you can out of it, because it have a lot of tools and a lot of third-party plugins that you can install and use. Okay, let me see if I have some question. Okay. Olha, Dinas de Macapá, Rogério Gomes. Which of these software is the easiest to use? That's the problem. Rogério, if you're talking about recording many tracks, there's no easy way. There is the one that you like most. I love Logic. I can make my work with it really fast, as you guys can see. And for me, it's easy. But I know for other people are very hard. They don't know where are the tools. Oh, it looks so complicated. Depends. So if you want an easy one, maybe the GarageBand is the easy one right now for Macintosh. For PC, maybe SoundForge. I think so. Sonar, maybe. Yes. There are. I think also a Reaper is a very good try, because first it's for free. You can install on your machine, PC or Mac. It's gonna works fine. And also on the website, on the Reaper website, you're gonna find tutorials who help you how to understand how it works. So you can put your hands on right away. You don't need to wait and read manuals. No, you can just watch like a few videos, and you're gonna know what to do to record even your voice, or maybe your instrument, or a virtual instrument. So Reaper is a good choice. So Rogério, if you want to record multi-track, Reaper, go for it. If you want to record just a voice, or tracks, sorry, 2 or 3 tracks, no more than that, on your PC, use SoundForge. On Macs, you can use GarageBand. Most of the Apple computers already came with the GarageBand, so it's for free. It's easy.
I use GarageBand.
Use Ryan, Herman.
Yeah.
And it's nice. When Apple bought Logic from Imagic, this software was from Imagic in Germany. Steve Jobs just bought it, and it turned into a like a father, a big brother from GarageBand, but it have much more tools than GarageBand. So for easy, I think for the easy perspective, GarageBand is easy to use. You know, just because it has many buttons and no many tools, so you not get loose into it. And but the sound is the same. You understand me? The software gonna will not change the quality of sound. It will not make it sounds better. What makes sounds better is the audio interface. Herman, do you have any question about some of the topics?
Yeah, I would like to ask you a few questions. Let me come up to the picture.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm in a small window here now, below you. Uh, well, actually, I have a lot of questions. You said something that I consider very important. For example, GarageBand and Logic, they are softwares for Macintosh.
Mm-hmm.
GarageBand is a basic level, right? Like a
Mm-hmm.
course, you have a more advanced knowledge, you go to a higher level software. And depending on the things you need to do, like just to add a reverb to a voice, or just to, you don't need the logic. You don't need even maybe a strong ones, higher level software, because it's very basic what you're going to do. Once you start
Yeah.
cutting a lot of things, multi-track recording, I think it's more important for you to do it, to have. But
Yeah.
just to remember that GarageBand does that. You can have
Yeah.
multi-track things. I do that. I used to record my voice for a program, a nautical program in Bahia. I send audio to a radio station there, and
Mm-hmm.
it was easy. I put a background music to make that radio station style,
Mm-hmm.
multi-track thing is nice because, for example, if you can play the guitar and sing, you can, for example, record two things separately. This is one thing that I would like to ask you, maybe to make it a little bit more clear for people. For example, I have a friend. I think he's watching us, Mars Weller. He loves music. He likes recording himself in front of a
Mm-hmm.
microphone or a camera to post, because music, as I said in the beginning, right, Flav? Music
Mm-hmm.
is from the heart. This is awesome. People sometimes they don't understand why this guy is playing a guitar in front of a camera. Maybe because they don't play any instrument, but people who do it, it's like art.
Yeah.
And it's easy to do that, even using a basic software with the multi-tracking recording things, right? You can record your voice and then you can record. How does it work? Can you explain a little bit? I do it, but I think coming from you would be much better for all of us to understand.
So let me know clearly what you want to do to record voice and instrument at the
Yeah,
same time
for
of one.
example, a guitar, a voice, try to separate something, and maybe the drums using a keyboard, or maybe a follow-up melody on the piano. I don't know, whatever you want to do.
Okay. Take in mind that if you put a microphone on your place, on your room, you're gonna cap not only your voice, you're gonna catch everything in the room. If you have a keyboard and you're doing this, you're
Yeah.
gonna, you're gonna record that also. So, for
Yeah.
example, if we are talking about voice and acoustical guitar, okay? Is
Hmm.
that what you're trying to ask? So
It could
you're
be,
gonna
yeah.
need two mics. You're gonna need two mics to have a nice feeling, a good sound for the guitar and a good sound for the voice. I well, maybe you said I don't have two mics. I have only one. So if you have one of this, you're ready to go. You just place between the guitar and your voice, maybe closer to your voice and a little bit away from the guitar. You're gonna have a good sound, but it's mono. Okay, let's understand. This is a mono sound. It's just one signal of two instruments. So you need to balance. You can do it, but if you want to record separate, as you said, and voice is acoustic guitar, it's better to play one first and then you put your voice. If you want to make post-production, for example, I would like to tune my voice after recording because I'm not in tune. I mean, I made some mistakes on my voice, so I want to be able to fix that. Is it possible? Yes, but you cannot record with the guitar at the same time because the sound of guitar gonna leak on the voice microphone. Then you will not be able to remove it. It's already there. It's like a juice. If you mix two fruits and make a juice, you cannot remove it after mix.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. So the best way to do it
Good
for
example.
total control, though one each time, or if I'm a good player and a good singer, I will not mess my record. I can use two microphones and record both at the same time. It would be nice. That's how jazz players do. They play together, uh, 4 or 5 musicians, and everything sounds nice. Depends, how you want to do it, and how much control you want to have after record. And that's the thing. If you want to make overdubbings, if you want to solve problems after, yeah, depends. But I think two mics will be more than enough to have a great sound, and even you're gonna have a stereo result, and that's make the whole game. Yeah, change the game completely. Sounds different.
Okay. One last question,
Hmm.
so we can finish. I think maybe some people who are going to watch this video today, or it's gonna be in our Via English channel for a long time, so people can come there and see it as many times as they want. I think many people would like to ask you that question. Is it possible to reach a high level music at home? We know in the past all the structure, the music industry for someone to become famous, become popular, and today we have more and more talent shows all over the world, not just in Brazil. X Factor, The Voice, those geniuses, right? Doing
Hmm.
incredible things in a few seconds on stage, right? Just amazing audiences in the UK, in the US, everywhere. And you see, where have they been? Where have they been? Maybe singing in the shower, as we usually say, maybe
Yeah.
singing to family, maybe singing. And is it possible for these people to independently show their work on YouTube or maybe somewhere by reaching high level of music? Of course, I know you're a professional in the area. You are supposed to dealing with all the registration things, right? I remember when I registered my song Tudo Mudou in Biblioteca Nacional do Rio de Janeiro. It was a birth. It's a little, I don't know, for me, because it seems like it takes forever for you to receive the document, the certificate. Is it possible for anyone, a single person, our students at ViaEnglish, English, our friends that are watching us here right now, to become one day to be seen to the world by producing music at home?
Yes, and this is a very great question because it's many questions inside only one, inside of one word. And I'm
Next
gonna explain.
workshop.
Let's go for it. So first question about they can achieve high quality in the home. They need to understand a little bit of acoustic to know how to deal with the song to the sound, actually to the sound inside of a room that is not prepared technically to work with sound. But if you know how to deal with that, you can have great results. But what happened, for example, even for those who already record at home, sometimes they work like hours in a song and it sounds great, and they put it on a pen drive or a flash drive or even on a link, and gonna hear in the car or in another room sounds like crap. And that's because the room and the person inside of that room makes some mistakes because it's a trap of the room. It's a problem in the room, and if you find that problem and you find a way to deal with it, you can fix whatever you want. So yes, and the quality of the equipment and the resources we have, nowadays allowed you to achieve a very high quality. Right now, I have my studio in Brazil. It's a professional studio, but right now I'm here in Portugal on a normal room. As you guys can see, there is glass, wood, books, and this is my house, and I'm working from here professionally. I'm delivering high quality, like even 3D audio here. Can record jingles, sounds for TV and radio here, and I'm delivering how people don't know the difference between a studio and a home because I know what I'm doing, and I'm using the resource that I can find on my DAW. Anyway, I use my expertise of more than 30 years working with this already. Okay, other question inside of the same question. Uh, are they can achieve a big audience? Yes, they can. Remember, nowadays the artist can do everything by their own. They don't need permission from record labels. They don't need permissions from radio. No, they just need our internet. They just need to fill forms on the distributor. I think is this the right way to speak?
Distributor.
Distributor, yes, and registered like the copyright of the song, register the song on the right way, and then release the song on the digital platforms of music like uh, iTunes, like Spotify, Deezer, and many others. So in those days, you need to have a record label. You need to go to a studio. You need to expend a lot of money, and someone is taking like decisions in your place. Now, this is not necessary. You can do by your own. You can release for the whole world, not for only for your city or your state. When you release a song on those platforms, you are releasing the whole world. And maybe someplace fall in love with your song, and then you became famous and you start to make money with your song. So that's how things happen nowadays. So there is more information inside of the same question about register a song. How do you do it? Uh, if someone of the guys are watching us want to send me an email, I can give you like links for the Biblioteca Nacional to register songs in Brazil. How do you make you build your like CSRC code for your song that you record if you want to release it? What is the best distributor in Brazil or even outside? I can give you some tips, some like recommendations about how to deal with that because it's a bureaucratic area, and artists usually don't like to deal with that. It's a problem, but it's necessary, and it's a freedom right nowadays, as I said. I came from 80s and 90s, and that time we need a record label to release anything. And sometimes they say, no, your music is not good. And maybe my music happened with the voice of another artist. We never know. But nowadays, it's free for everybody. It's freedom for everybody. That's what I mean.
All right, Flávio. Thank you very much. I think it was a very interesting opportunity to learn. As you said in the beginning, full of details, things to do, not just buying the right equipment, but also preparing the room. I guess this is going to be our next topic for the next
Yes,
live, right? I hope
yes,
next month we can handle this. And also study music, right? Try to think it's not just like some people do things like on YouTube, they try anything. I think uh, there are lots of YouTube graduators, YouTube YouTube professionals, right? People want to learn things, but if you don't study music, if you don't learn, if you don't practice, it's difficult to produce a good result, even to compose. But I think
yes.
this is a combination of things. It's pure art, and I really believe this is one of the most amazing things in the world. All right, Flavio, do you want to say anything else? Don't forget to give people your contact, your number right there in Europe. So
Okay.
an email, or I will grab this information and post together with the video, right? Under the video, below the video, people, you will see a description and some information about this things discussed here, and we will also give Flávio Medeiros contact there for you in case you want to contact him.
Yes, there's one thing when I want to say that it's very easy to speak with me more than you can imagine. Because I have this thing. I answer back everybody who send me message.
Nice.
If I don't say no for nobody because I think hold information is very bad. It's not good for the soul. So
Agree.
if you make me questions, I'm gonna answer on the better way. You know, I'll do my best to explain what I know to help you to achieve whatever you want. So send me. You can send me message. You can even tell your friend, "Oh, I watched this workshop of this guy, and he has a lot of knowledge. His English starts to improve a little bit, but music and sounds, he knows a lot. Maybe you can watch, and maybe we can send him an email, ask for help, ask what we do. We are a band, we are artists, we are a voiceover. How can I start to offer my voice to dubbing movies, for example?" So things like that. I'm here to help you guys.
That's it. Thank you very much, Flávio. I'm sure people will contact you as I do sometimes, and I will just go to the other screen to say goodbye to everybody. But thank you. God bless you, and I hope you can do a lot of things related to your plans, things that you have already told me on living there in Europe and trying to make ends meet with the best music ever. People didn't see you play today, they just saw you speak, but maybe next time I convince you to do that. Thank you very much, Flávio.
Thank you, Herman.
Thank
God
you.
bless us.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
See you.
Bye, guys.
Guys, just to say goodbye to you now here on another screen, I would like to thank you for watching up to the end of this video. We had plans to make it shorter, but ended up going a little bigger than we expect. This is something, our first workshop, the English workshop, this is something that is in the real embryo, just the beginning. So please send your ideas. What would you like to hear? What would you like to see? Who would you like to see here? We can bring native speakers of the language. We can bring other people doing a lot of other things. Flávio Medeiros, it was an honor for me because I know him for so many years, and even though he's in Europe, we kept contact, and I know that his experience, and we can bring people like him to come and help us learn something else, right? I'm sure this is going to be a good pastime. If it works out, we'll be here once in a while, maybe once a month, with a nice workshop. And we will also have a workshop with that international pilot teaching how to take off and land an airplane, an Airbus, just an Airbus. It's incredible. It's a real big emotion. I'm sure you're gonna have a good time with this, guys. Thank you very much. I see you later. See you next time, and hope you have enjoyed. See you guys.